Hi.
Hello, everybody. Today we're going to
Make
do
a
hat.
video? Well, we're gonna make a video.
can
Okay. All right. Hi, everybody. Hi. Welcome back to our garden. Today we're gonna make a video update for you guys on our garden. Okay. So we're gonna start off from this side, next to our trash can. All this stuff here that you see here are my Japanese eggplant. As you can see, they grow very nicely. They're about maybe over 3 feet now, and they start putting out already fruits. You can see the fruit that they're beautiful, dark purple, long cucumber, long eggplant. So it's a very beautiful eggplant, and you can see the fruit is nice and shiny and smooth, and the flowers. Here's the flower, purple. And by looking at the plant, the plant is very healthy. The leaves are nice and beautiful, huge. Look at that, green. But something I need to do is I need to prune off some of the leaves on the bottom here, the one that touched the ground. Again, I just finished watering, and I don't want the water to accumulate in the leaves, and that might build up some mildew and stuff like that, fungus. It's been quite hot this week, over 90 degrees. What a difference between this week and 2 weeks ago. So once the temperature picks up, the plant just grow like crazy. So here I only have 4 plants, and I have 2 of them in a container. And of course the basils are doing quite well. We've been harvesting them. Somehow the chili doesn't grow very well because this is from the last season. Okay, so here I also have some Japanese cucumber. Beautiful, very beautiful cucumber. Look at that. They're over 3 feet tall now. They start branching out. Okay, very nice, beautiful dark green. For whatever reason here, this daisy here just got killed. Somebody stepped on them. I don't know reason why. It suddenly just died on me. And of course, in the middle here, I planted an okra. Okra is very difficult to grow when the temperature is not right. They are easy plant to grow. Let's put it that way. Except for that, the temperature has to be nice and warm. So now it's about 6 inches. I started the seeds not too long ago, but it's been over a month, and they kind of starting to grow. You can see that. Of course, I have another one here. This one's gonna a little slow, and all this strawberries continue to put out a lot of fruits and a lot of flowers. All right, so we come to the corn. As you can see, the corn was tiny like this, 2-3 inches, 6 inches now. They're over 3 feet tall now. Okay, let's move down here. All this cilantro is about to be done. They're starting to develop flowers. They're starting to bolt because the weather is getting really hot. And again, this is one of our chili. This is from last year, last season. So we come back, and now it's producing a lot of fruits. You can see here, beautiful fruits. All right, we have more sweet basil, Italian basil. All right, so let's go to here. Oh my God, not the corn here. All right, so here are some of the tomatoes vine here. They're probably up to 4 feet now. And some of my lettuce here on this side here. Again, they're pretty much done because the weather is so hot now. We're in the middle of June. They are about to bolt, and that's it. You can't really eat them. They're not very tender anymore. Okay, so here's my tomato jungle. Look at it, it's all the way up to the top, and maybe 8 feet tall now. This consists of only 1, 2, 3, 4 plants here, but as you can see, they bush out very nicely. They've been producing very nice. I think this is a sweet 100 from last season. Look at this. Look at all this fruit. Look at this. And then some of them already begin to turning red here. Look at that. Just beautiful. I pruned this very heavily, but the more I prune, the more they grow. And that's the way it is. And I see a few signs of insects here. Not a big of a deal. Because some of this area here is a kind of shade, so that's why the insects tend to accumulate. But on top there, you can see, it's kind of very hard to see with the camera. Those branches are extremely healthy. They're very robust. They're very nice and green. And they continue to put out more side shoots. So So I have to get a ladder up there and kind of trim them down a little bit. All right, and here on the ground here, I got some more basil. This container here, this I think this 7-gallon container. I think it's 7. Oh no, is it 7? I don't know. I don't know how many gallon. But anyway, I have my malabar spinach. This is the one I start from seed as well. So hopefully, once they start growing, they'll climb up to this little trellis here. And again, this is a beautiful summer vegetable. And it grows into a vine. So you can cut the vine, cut the leaves, and then cook the leaves. Very nice. Malabar spinach. This is one of the green variety. Okay, so here I want to update you more. This is the onion. I don't know if you call that. I have half of the onion in the refrigerator, and it starts to sprout and it starts to develop roots. So I just put them down, and how beautiful they start growing. Another volunteer tomatoes. Here again, a cucumber. This is one of the oriental cucumber. I start from seed. For some reason, this guy just remained almost like in suspension, right? But this guy, look at that, and producing fruits already. All right. Okay, some did not form into fruit and they aborted, but here's male flowers, and obviously this is a female flowers. So we have more beautiful basil, sweet basil, Italian basil, and here I have 2 more of the Japanese cucumber. So eventually they'll take over this trellis. What's going on, son?
Yeah.
Okay, so we come to this bush tomato. Again, this is one of my favorite tomatoes, Roma tomatoes. They produce very, very nicely. This is also one of the volunteer plant and was here since winter. So now this is, I mean, I've been picking a lot of tomatoes so far. And some of the branches actually touch the ground, and those branches produce more roots, and then, of course, make the plant even stronger. So you can see there's a lot of tomatoes here. A lot of beautiful, beautiful red tomatoes here. Look at this, all over the place. Okay, so finally we come to the beans. Our beans are finally waking up because the weather is nice and warm. Hi, son. Can you excuse me?
Do we need these gloves?
No, we don't need the gloves. Okay. Once the temperature reach about 90 plus, the beans just love them. And again, this is the pole beans, long bean. Well, they call it the yard bean, you know, real long. I like to grow them. The green variety, and they will climb up this. Eventually, they'll take up over this place. So I have about 6 plants here. Again, here's some more volunteer tomatoes. I don't know which variety, but eventually I have to transplant them somewhere else or put them in a container or something. So I have maybe about 7 plants here ready to be transplanted. And of course, all the strawberry continue to sprout out everywhere. And again, the bitter melon. So the bitter melons are an interesting plant. They need high temperature in order to do well. I've been trying to grow them earlier in March and April and wasn't too successful. But again, once the weather is nice and warm, they just spring up like crazy. They just pop up everywhere, as you can see. Much better than what I can do. So when I tried to start the seed, it didn't do so well. But when they germinate on their own, they actually do much better. Look at that, beautiful. This one is just beautiful. This one too, look at that. And they seem to pop up everywhere. Look at that. Oh, and again, the strawberry. I finally created this tiny little stick here, about maybe 12-inch, and I just stick them to the ground, and I just tie them to use a little twist tie and tie the bunch of flowers to it, so the fruit won't touch the ground, and the bugs will not eat them. So it works pretty well. I mean, that's just an easy, simple little stick to the ground, like this one right here. Look at this, all right? And again, I've been harvesting a lot of strawberry. You know, look at here, same thing. So I just tie the bunch up like this into a tiny little stick. About, like I said, 12-inch is all you need. And here you go, same thing. And it works. Just a simple little thing like that, it works. Okay, and here again we have more bitter melon. Look at it everywhere. Here I try to propagate another strawberry. And here you go, you get a whole bunch of bitter melon everywhere. Look at this. And some of this are beets. So this beets actually can grow in summer. All right, and here I have more malabar spinach and some more flowers. And of course, eventually this guy, bitter melon, this one will eventually climb up to here. And within another month, this whole trellis place here will be covered, green. It'll be like a wall, green wall, just like last year. All right, and I still have some remnants of the last year bitter melon plants here, leaves here. So it's okay, no big deal. All right, so we come almost to the end of my garden here. This is the one of the also the cherry tomatoes, beautiful sweet 100. And as you can see, that's where the base, as you follow it up higher, 4 feet, 6 feet up there, and over 7 feet. And if you look, just look at that, and instantly, you can tell right away this plant is so healthy. Just purely by looking at the stem, from the top, it's almost like it's very, very robust, very nice and green. And look at all the foliage; it's just beautiful, and put out a lot of flowers. And this section doesn't have much sunlight, but the plant will continue to search for the light. So so we continue to to go up, straight up. Okay, so you can see here, beautiful, beautiful clumps of tomatoes here. All right, so here at the end here is the passion fruit, and as you can see, look at this. They put out so much fruit, and I need to cut them back because they just encroach on everything else. Look at that. They start to come over to the tomatoes, so eventually I have to cut them off here. But let me show you the fruit. It's just gorgeous looking fruit. Look at that. Beautiful passion fruit. And they're big too. Very nice, good size. There are hundreds of them over here. And that's 20 feet over there, all the way down there. So there's literally hundreds and hundreds of them. Look at it. Beautiful. All right, so and some of this, I need to pick some of these tomatoes here. Oh, and some strawberry too, look at that. All right, so let's go back to, and I'll show you one more thing before I close out this video. It's kind of a long video. Again, there's not much here yet in the trellis here, but within another few weeks, this whole place here will be covered. The bean will take over this, and the bitter melon will take over all this space here. Okay, so I'll show you one more. Oh my God, look at that. Okay. What I want to show you is just a little container. Hi, son. All right, I want to show you a container. This one and that one. So this is my own choy. I harvest 2 times already. All this is from last year. So it's kind of not as tender, the roots, because it's just so overextended. The soil needs to be a little more fertile. But I've been adding a lot of organic matter to it. It seems to do okay. Okay, so I want to show you one more thing. This container here is a pretty decent container, about 24 inches in diameter. This is one of the containers that my kids want to grow stuff in it, and some of the plant here are from the school project, like the tomatoes, the beans. So I don't think I show you the video, but at the beginning there was just 2 beans and then a few tomato plant. But I have 2 extra eggplants, so I just put them in here. I know it's crowded. You can't even barely see the soil, but it grows kind of nice, isn't it? Beautiful, and the eggplant is putting out flower and fruit. There's one cucumber here. Look at that, it's growing, and the tomato is putting out some flowers. So even in this tiny little space, kind of crowded, of course, I must admit, but it's a very beautiful little project for the kids to learn how to garden and grow stuff. And look at this, the beans actually already producing beans. Look at that, is that beautiful? So again, this is kind of nice little container. That's why I want to show everybody. And kids, they love to be outside, outdoor. And if you can incorporate gardening and learning about the environment and the animals and the insects, everything, it'd be wonderful for kids to learn about science. Okay, so here is my guava plant, one of the guava tree, and finally start putting out a lot of flower buds. This plant is kind of been neglected here, so when I moved here, I helped to revive it by adding a lot of organic matter to it, adding some phosphorus and some potassium, so it helped the plant, with flowering and stuff like that. But again, you can see here there's a lot of flower buds here. Look at that. So the person here was very surprised. Well, we never have flowers. This plant's been here how many years? Well, you have to really nurture it a little bit in order for it to do well. All right, so that's it for our garden update. And then I will post more videos soon. I've been very busy with my kids at school. So finally they are finished with school and they're on summer break. Okay, well, thank you for watching, and we hope to see you again. And please post a comment and please subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching.